Hey, what's poppin', YouTubers? East New York's finance hosted by Mike. You guys probably saw my video earlier. So, excuse me. So ever since I brought that car, I loved it. Loved the color, but you really didn't notice the paint chips around and on the corners of the hood. You noticed it when you saw the car, but when it was plain white, it was noticeable, but not as noticeable as when you see how that blue hit on the car. It's just fucking extremely gorgeous. In my eyes, I would always subconsciously go right to those areas where you've seen a lot of the paint blemishes. I guess from like hood chipping, from debris and stuff hitting that area of the car over time. And even though I paid out my ass to have the whole car, have the double racing stripe from the rear bumper all the way out. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll have him wrap the diffuser. But then when I look at the back of it, it just looks so nice and clean back there. I'm not gonna do that. But I will ask him if he can do that little, like the little front lip area, the racing stripe going all the way through. I think that would pop really really nice, especially due to the fact that I paid Nick, the Legacy Body Shop in West Orange. It was one price. Wait a minute. We gotta talk. I just realized me and Nick gotta talk. We do have to talk. Oh no, we're good. I just realized what it was. Wait a minute. Yeah, yeah, I get it now. I'm about to say hold up, but then I just realized, yeah. All right, so he was right on the money. But anyway, he he did the his guys sanded, primed, and then painted the louvers, which is not an easy thing to do, especially considering the materials they come in. They come in like a certain material. And even if they are flat color, in order for paint to stick, you need paint to stick to something. And even if depending on regardless on the surface, you want primer, you want everything to stick and bond. So they had to do a certain process, and they decided to go with another method and process for the side louvers, because the side louvers were done, but they were like very almost shadowy, almost more like a very light blue gray white tint. I can't explain it. And when I went to because technically I sort of had gotten the car back last night, but they want to make sure, we all want to make sure it cured right. They didn't want to rush it because this morning I had an appointment with Fetty Ford, for them to take care of the recoil or the recalls, because they had to do something to my car a couple of weeks ago. I forgot what. They had to program the key. They had to program the key because I only got one key fob, and I'm the kind of person that like two of everything. So if you lose one, that's the whole point. So I had to pay almost $300 for a key fob. Then I had to pay like 180 for them to program it. So that's when all these different codes and, well, not really codes, but all recalls that came up for the car, and they said, hey, we what. So I had to do an appointment, but because I missed the appointment, and it was packed when I got there this morning. When I got to Fetty Ford, it was a lot of appointments today, and I was basically behind because I got there over an hour late. But Nick and his crew had to make, they wanted to make sure the paint and everything cured. So he wind up, I asked him, what about my my wiper control the wiper arms. I was gonna go with that blue, but I decided to go white, and I'm glad because I think the white pops better. It's noticeable and it makes the car look more unique and beautiful, but at the same time, the blue would have made it look too Fast and the Furious. Like just too, not whatever. Nice look, but not as clean as it should for a guy my age, I think. So I went with white. Excuse me. So they did all that. They did all that last night. Well, yesterday. Most of the work wasn't even the paint and everything. It was the prep work, and the fact that they were able to actually paint the louvers, because again, that is a process. That's almost a day process by itself to sand it and everything. So since he had a whole crew of guys, everybody stopped doing what they were doing to work on my vehicle. So that's why I was able to get my car back in, within almost 24 hours, so to speak. Because everybody else was like, I think they had like two vehicles that were starting to be worked on from just customers, and then everything else is of course insurance claims and whatnot. And he also buy wrecked vehicles and fix them up something fierce. So that's a good thing too. So he has a passion for this. And being that I'm just an average guy, no insurance, no adjusters, or nothing like that, just straight cash, he was able to pull everybody. Since my job was going to be boom, 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 he was able to pull everybody and have everybody concentrate on certain things. And it worked out fucking perfectly so far. And it makes more sense too, because today I wanted to kill two birds with one stone. I also wanted to go to my guy's, my exhaust guy. But he's real religious, so he was closed today. So I didn't really have much to utilize my time. So then I called Yaz, and asked him, is it okay for me to come and have the hood and everything wrapped today? He said, well, our appointment was for Saturday. Right now I'm working on a vet, so the appointment is for tomorrow. So I'll go to the Meadowlands early. I'll call him around 9, and I'll probably, yeah. Actually, no. Let me text him now. Hopefully he looks at his text. I mean, he's a young dude, so he should be up. Let me call him. Actually, no, I don't want to call nobody. I don't like calling people, especially people I don't really know this late. So I'll just text him what time in the morning I should come to him. So that way it'll let me know more or less if I'll have more and or less time at the flea market. So technically all he has to do is just the hood scoops again. Um, and he's gonna try to do the louver. So he's gonna try to do the rear louver, the front hoods. I mean, the front hood, and I'll probably have him just do the little bit of that lip in the front as well to make that's it. Uh, if he told me nah, I can't do it because they were talking about painting it. Legacy Auto Body Shop, and his painters are ridiculous, and they were all like, it's gonna if we paint it's not gonna look right. 10 a.m. That's perfect, fucking perfect. Yeah, so he told me 10 a.m. So that's fucking perfect. So that'll be pretty badass. So yeah. So anyhow, outside of that, going into toys and stuff. Tuesday, I did go to Antique Collectible Mall and Livingston Mall. I'm not gonna lie, that mall is like virtually like zombie. That is a zombie apocalypse mall. I mean, I never thought I'd see a mall. It's worse. Actually, I do remember one mall just as bad, or not worse than King's Plaza before King's Plaza had a facelift. I haven't been inside of King's Plaza in years. Which is funny because my mom literally lives like 12, 13 blocks from them, just around a mile. And every time I go by, I'm like, oh, let me just go inside there. I never do because parking is something fierce around there anyway. And I forgot Roosevelt, the Roosevelt Field Mall in Long Island, and Roosevelt Long Island is a shitty market too. I mean, a shitty mall too. But that's how you could tell a mall is almost when you have a mall, and even during the holidays, almost every store, nobody's hardly in any of the stores. That's a bad thing. When you have hardly nobody, I mean, it's like a ghost town. Hardly nobody walks around the mall. That's a bad thing. When you have about 15 plus stores that are closed or there's no business, that mall is like literally hanging on to a vein. And the sad thing about it, there's a mall. I think it's called something short mall or mall shorts or something like that, which is like, I don't know if it's still in Livingston, but it's like literally like 5 minutes from the Livingston Mall, and that mall looks big, and so I'm guessing that's a way better mall. Obviously, that's probably why the Livingston Mall, nobody's hardly ever in there, and it's crazy. It's that mall sucks. I mean, I think that's the reason why a lot of people are able to get away with using closed stores to store stuff, because the owners are desperate to have that space be utilized for something. And that's probably why a lot of people's rent aren't as expensive as it should be, because that mall is almost dead. I mean, that mall is. I mean, but anyway, the anti-collectible mall inside of there. On I think it was Tuesday or one day. I think it was Tuesday. I did go by there, and yeah, it was Tuesday because I went to Red, White, and Blue, and then from there I hopped on the highway and I took the highway there. So yeah, I think it was Tuesday. So this is what I got on Tuesday, and I had $100 credit from months ago. So this is the stuff I got on Tuesday, and before I get to that, let me go here real quick and show you guys this shit. So I think I brought some Transformer stuff from two different people. I didn't buy much Sunday or Saturday at the Jersey Toy Con. But this guy here was a piece of shit. Well, this wasn't his fault. But I am still upset about this because he knew what I was doing and he should have told me, oh, but there's duplicates in there. So this is basically fucking 35. So you got $105 right here. This is my fault, but it's still 175. So I kept maybe 3 or 4 cars out of this. And that fucking piece of shit should have known that. So I'm a little pissed the fuck off with the fact that he knew. You know what I mean? He should have said, oh, well, some of those are duplicates. But he didn't give a fuck. He was, whatever. You know what I mean? So I am kind of pissed off about that. And this I got from Eric's Woodbridge Toy Show last year. A guy had this, and it is missing some stuff, but it is very hard. Like these Sears exclusive Dreadnoughts things are hard. So this is actually missing. It's missing 2 missiles or missiles. It's missing the back cage for the gas tanks, probably the gas itself, and it's missing the top of the cover. And of course, it's missing a motorcycle to complete this. And then you have the Dreadnought air assault. So you have ground assault and air assault. So there is another helicopter, which is I think is the Cobra Fang. This is missing the 2 missiles. The 2 missiles are the colors of the actual canopy and or the turbine or engine thrusters, what we're gonna call it. And of course, it's missing the 2 side wing stabilizers as well. So this is missing 4 items. This is missing about 5 or 6. I mean, if I ever do come across these sets for around $500 to $600. I may just buy it and just do something with these. And then these guys here are mine. That's where I got them from. I got them from Dave. Wow. I got them from the Antique Collectible Mall. This one here does have the cover in the back. This one doesn't. I can't remember where I got these from, but I got them. And I did buy these because I did ask Sam, which is one of Dave's workers, cool guy. And I asked him if he can hold his stuff, and I tried calling, but they ain't pick up because I was gonna go back that Tuesday, so I wound up going Wednesday morning and picking up what I needed. And this is a prime example on why it's very imperative and important. Well, same thing. Why it's so imperative to keep an eye on shit that you need. So this way you wouldn't make a $175 fucking mistake. I mean, this is a huge mistake to make. You know what I'm saying? Like what are the chances of somebody else paying me even $150 for this? It's not likely. Even at a toy show, nobody's gonna give me $150 for this. So I lost money on that. And of course, these little yellow spy bots or spy, whatever they call these, same thing, $35 each. Nah, people probably want to pay $5, maybe $10 each, let alone almost 3 times that. But you know, when you're a collector and you need it, and I'm not a cheap person, I'm like, fuck it. It helps, get rid of my collection. So I'm losing money on that. You figure 175 and 105, that's $280 right there. No. Yeah. So I don't think I would get 200. So I already lost money on that. So anyway, going back to the stuff I got from Dave, because everything else you guys saw, I think you saw the Dragon Ball, because I think I did a video showing exactly what I got. If not, oh well, whatever. Who gives a flying fuck anyway, right? So going back to the stuff I got from Dave and the Antique Collectible Mall. So he must have came apart. Let's see if I can find. Actually, no, let me just put it into the side. So he had these for a while. He had these even when his daughter's boyfriend, fiance, told Dave. They had these. You got Kyle. You have what her name is? Owl Cow. So you got her. Oh, this is the little creature. So let's see exactly who I'm missing here. So we got Catra. No, this can't be her. Oh yeah, it is. So I think I have Bo up there. Yeah, I can see him from here. So I think I'm missing Double Trouble, Cataspella. I may or may not have Froster. I think I'm missing Glimmer. And Angela. As far as the horses, I think I have Arrow, but I don't have the wings and stuff for him. I think I have Storm. So I need Swiftwind and I need Enchanter. And the Crystal Castle I have. So I'm not really missing much. I'm not really missing much to complete the Princess of Power, which is something that I just mistakenly came by. I wasn't really going. So let me see exactly who I have here while I'm actually doing this rinky-dink video. Alright, so I have Froster. That's got to be her. And I have Arrow, but Arrow doesn't have the wings. I mean, I have wings and something. Then that white and black horse is Storm. So I have Arrow and Storm. So I need Swiftwind, and I've seen that plenty of times. Just didn't get it. Oh no, I got Swiftwind. Oh shit. I think I have the wings. I have the wings for one of them. So I do need the wings and stuff for Storm. I need the wings and stuff for Arrow. And you got Swiftwind here. So I have Angela. I just need her parts. And I definitely have Shira. I have Bo. So yeah, so I need Glimmer, Double Trouble, and Cataspella. And Enchanter, the Swan, to complete this wave. Just to show you guys, here is Catra, and she's complete. And we got some paperwork with the She-Ra crap. And then you have Cow. Alright. Now moving on. Oh, here's Catra's comb. Don't need to show you guys that. Alright, so yeah. So the two things Dave did have, which is ironic, which is the two that I actually have. And he has some of the other, I forgot what they call them, the bots that they don't transform really, but the transformations are very simple. And if you flick the back of the little wheel in the back of them, they got sparks that come out their mouth. I forgot the name of them. And as you can see here, and I'm trying to figure, is his a better upgrade than mine, or is mine a better upgrade? And it looks like it's about the same. It's about the same, man. Same thing for this. I'll work those kinks out later. Then I figured I'd get this. I thought this was pretty badass. Somebody else had 100 on it, but then they had another price on it for 30. So I think somebody changed the price and didn't take the 100 off, or somebody probably noticed the $100 price and didn't take it for 30 or whatever. Either way you look at it, somebody looked at the $100 price and thought this was too much. It's a transformer radio. I don't know if it works. I gotta find a 9-volt battery to see if it does. I don't think I have any 9-volt battery in my drawer. I know I had one to hook up my my speaker for the USS Flag. But I don't think I have a 9-volt in my drawer. See, this is why I like doing my videos like this, man. I like doing straight raw, unedited videos, or as I like to call it, the no bullshit videos. You see it for what it is. That's just me. It's like if I'm doing a live vlog, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. Not nobody for these videos, but anyway, this is a radio from 1984. Transformer little radio. I don't know if it has a little. Nah, I don't see nothing for no port for an antenna. But you open up the face and you got Optimus, and you got a power switch and knob on one side, and you got the tuner on the other. So you can listen to Hot 97 while displaying your Transformer radio. Transformer decal radio. Pretty badass though, how that folds and opens. Thought that was pretty dope, so I had to take that. And then this guy is one I knew I needed. And he is G1 Broadside. Fully complete. $100 on him. I seen people at the toy show saw him for like 180 to 200, 220. So that was a steal. And then last but not least, I thought this was like probably some of the best deals. Um, I know they were asking on these. They put $3 each on these little file cards, and I was like, well, if I take them all, I asked his seller, if I take them all, would you do this or do that? And he said, yeah. So I took them all. So how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we got 19 of these status cards. And one would be Decepticon Shockwave, Autobot Brawn, Autobot Prowl, Autobot Hardhead, Autobot Warpath, Autobot Hoofer, Autobot Omega Supreme, which I think I have his, Autobot Cosmos, Autobot Bumblebee, which is a good one, Autobot Trailbreaker, Autobot Gears. These are all good because these are all original G1s. Autobot Power Glide, Insecticon Shrapnel, Autobot Cliff Jumper. Yeah, these are all good. Insecticon Bombshell, Autobot Blaster, Decepticon Ravage Attack, Decepticon Laserbeak, which is another good one. And then last but not least, we have Autobot Grapple. So even at $3 each, these are pretty dope because I would sell them most. Be that most of these are like heavy hitters, not really heavy hitters, but I'd probably do like $5-10 a one at a toy show. But they wanted to get rid of them, and I'm more than happy to oblige them. And and I almost forgot this one, the one I put aside because it fell open. I need this guy, and he is fully complete. And here is his whatchamacall wolf. I don't think I have it anyway, so now I have that's one piece that's one extra transformer I'm no longer gonna need. And I am trying to complete G1 Transformers. And I'm gonna tell you guys, trying to collect and trying to complete any vintage toy line right now is crazy. Like 5-6 years ago, this stuff would have been second to none, $30-40 cheaper. And being that I got them from Dave, that he hooked me up, and Sam hooked me up, I got them a lot cheaper than I would have at a toy show, obviously. And every once in a while, they will get toys that come in, and you know what I'm saying? Like I came in on Tuesday, and Sam held this and other stuff for me. Come to find out, when I left, somebody brought in a on-card mainframe, G.I. Joe mainframe, and I think something else. And he's asking, I think, $2 or $220 for it, which I think is probably fair. I don't know. Because when I came in on Wednesday, it was there. So I was gonna go by there today, but I decided to, even though my wife's birthday is not until May, I just decided, every once in a while you gotta do something for your family. Like the other day, I went to American Dream for the first time with Isaiah and Michelle. Well, period. I never went myself. We had fun. We ate. We chilled, and they cost me like $600 or just around $7 because Michelle's stuff. And she got 2 pairs of sneakers and some stuff. And Isaiah, he didn't want no sneakers. He was going on a trip Thursday, and he needed something for business casual, and then he wanted like extra stuff for himself. He didn't want a pair of kicks, so I got that stuff for him. And Mikey, I'll probably just do like me and him probably go somewhere, and I'll do something with him, or maybe I'll buy him something because his birthday is this month anyway. So I'm thinking about doing something dope, something for one of his vehicles. Maybe pick up something for one of his vehicles to help cover it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that I don't know. I'm gonna do something. Maybe I'll just give him cash. Maybe he'll just be happy with that. That's probably cash is always key anyway, right? So outside of that, so today instead of going there, I just decided to go to the Mills, which is the Jersey Garden State Mall at the Mills or whatever the hell they call it. I haven't been there in a couple of years. Last time I was there, I brought my wife a real huge leather, beautiful fucking duffel bag. Because my wife goes to work a lot with a lot of bags, a lot of shit on her, and with her. So I decided, I wanted her to look more, like not look like a fucking bag lady going on and off a train. So I went to Coach. I was even thinking about buying her a Gucci or Louis Vuitton bag. That's why we went to American Dream. They have like a section where all high end designer shit is. I just wanted to have something real big, but they didn't have nothing big. Everybody had regular basic tote bags, and I wanted something for her. So I went to Coach and Michael Kors. They had nothing like what they had before. So they all had, it was nothing. So and I went to like 15 other stores. I went to Guess. Guess has three stores in that at the Mills, Garden State Mall, and one store at the bottom was the last one I went to, and they didn't have anything. So I saw Kate Spade, and I was like, okay. So I go inside Kate Spade. I know Kate Spade shit is expensive, but again, I was gonna buy her Gucci or Louis bag. Why the fuck not? They didn't have anything big enough, especially for those $700-800 prices. So I went to Kate Spade, and they had a nice bag. It was like just under $5, and it was a black with some gold lettering. My wife liked it, so I got that for her, and it was a lot bigger than a lot of the other bags. And actually, she wanted that one and the other black one. She just wanted this one, so I got her that, and that was it. And my day was kind of full, even though it wasn't really full because it really wasn't what I needed to do. But it the purpose of it, everything happened today for a purpose and for a reason. I'm gonna go ahead and say, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, so that's basically that. The reason why I decided I'm gonna do this video now is because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you guys whatever. So I got my Nintendo Switch and my PS Vita charging right now as we speak. Reason being is because I'm gonna be staying, because Ubers cost a lot of money, so I'm gonna be staying at the wrapper because like the car doesn't have to sit overnight. It's something that he can do. He said it'll take him a couple of hours. Worst case scenario. The hardest thing and the last thing he's gonna do is a louver because just in case it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I already paid for the materials, so they still have materials there, so that's a good thing. And yeah, so we're gonna take that from that. So straight from, what was it again? Yeah, straight from the Meadowlands. I'm gonna go straight to him. So I'll probably just hang out there until around 9:30, and then just get to him and tell him, hey, I'm on my way. So there's no cars in the way, and he already knows that I'm gonna stay there because ain't nothing else for me to do. So I'll just hang out there and hook up my video games and just play the Switch and the Vita and just chill and freak out. Then from there I'll probably come home and maybe see if they want to come with me to the city and call it a day. If not, I'll probably just head straight to the city from there because I'll probably go and I don't know. I'll probably go see my boy Frank because last week I went to see my cousin Russ. I spent some time with him and his family in Coney Island. And the day the day before that, I see my long life friend. We call him Black David and Puerto Rican David, or David from the 12th floor, and Puerto Rican David because I knew two Davids. And Puerto Rican David was literally like when you open in the projects, the hallway, you had on one end you had his apartment and my apartment. So as soon as you open the door, we were writing. Anybody was writing right in each other's faces and living room. That's just how it was. Some of y'all might say that's kind of intrusive. No, it was cool. I mean, when you grow up like that around the projects and in condensed areas like that, you're used to anything. And when you can upgrade, it's a fucking, you know what I'm saying? So But anyhow, it's just funny. So like, even if I was on punishment or anything, or whatever, what we had to do was open each other's door, because anybody coming off and on the elevator, they can hear voices and see us sitting there, but they won't be able to see it in our apartments because we were all the way at the other end of the wall anyway. So nobody, nobody. Anyway, we were at the end, so there was no reason for anybody on that floor, friendly or foul, or foe, excuse me, what can walk by. You can't walk by us because it's just a fucking wall right there. And if you're coming down here, it's like, what the fuck you doing, or what? You know what I mean? It's just, again, we would have laughed, whatever. Anyway, there were no staircases or nothing. It was just us. I mean, anyway, you guys get the picture. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. So I went to see him on my So I went to see him, and finally got introduced to his now wife, and it was pretty dope. I hung out with him for a couple of hours. Took him to see my mom, because him and my mom ain't see each other in a very long time. And my mother always liked him, and my mom don't like a lot of people. My mother, y'all think I'm an asshole and I'm a piece of fucking work. Oh, let me tell you, y'all don't know. I am a fucking saint. I'm like, I think the best way to put it is I'm like Keanu Reeves compared to my mother. Oh yeah. oh yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? But, I got like 3 friends I could think of my whole life that my mom really, really liked. Well, more than that. But it's, definitely more than that. That's not true. Probably about 8, 7 or 8. And both days were definitely one of them. But anyhow, moving on from reminiscing, being on memory lane and reminiscing, nostalgic street and shit. I'll probably go hang out with Dave either for his birthday, before his birthday, or probably just go to his house, sit back and watch some movies. During the week, because I know the weekend's gonna be crazy. So I think the weekday I'll probably just hang out with him and just watch movies and play some video games. It'll probably be from like some a dusk to dawn type thing or whatever. But I don't want to really intrude because I can't really be intrusive because now he still has his mom's apartment even though she passed. So everything got turned over to him. But now that he's married and he lives with his wife and his mom-in-law is there now and she's sick. So I can't intrude on them because again, this is a married man now. I can't take time from his wife. You know what I mean? It's different now. You know what I mean? So I can't spend all day with you guys. It's different. Times change, people change, things get different. So yeah, so that's basically it. I really needed to do this anyway because I really need to start organizing. This place is a mess. And then Mike, the guy who works for Lev, the same guy, got Marty McFly, Doc Brown, and the time machine, which I actually took a picture. I took a couple of pictures in this past weekend at New Jersey Con at the Parsippany PAL. I took some pictures inside of this bad boy. Somebody brought that, so it was pretty dope. So Mike is actually selling the Back to the Future 2, but he has both of these guys. So he gave me a same price as he did these 3 pieces. But I'm probably going to put the DeLorean up here too, the Back to the Future 2 one. And then I'll try to track down the Back to the Future 2 Hot Toys, Doc Brown and Marty McFly. I was never really... I liked it. It was okay, but not like 1. And I never liked Back to the Future 3. I always go out of my way not to watch that movie. Didn't like it then, still don't like it. 2 was confusing enough, but I liked it. 3 was just like, it was just all over the fucking place. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that movie. I just thought it was the stupidest out of all of them. I would never get to the DeLorean unless I get it out of a storage unit or somebody in the flea market selling it for nothing. Other than that, so I do want to see what I can find tomorrow. So I'll probably head out a little earlier. I'll probably go to Chase, pick up some more bread because I need bread. I need more money for the wrapping anyway. and see who has what at the flea market, and just load the car and skedaddle, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do, dog. So anyway, that is my plan. Oh, I ain't realized this thing is cracked. Oh no, it's not cracked. That's whatever. I would try to wash it, but I'm not gonna mess around with it and mess up the flock because it is flocked. So yeah. So I'm just missing a couple of. I am missing a couple of He-Man things. I'm missing. Oh, I do got it. You know, I gotta really go and look at my He-Man shit. Cause I have I have another Prince Adam downstairs in good condition, so much so that I was thinking about keeping him, and put him next to Cringer, cause I have him up there right behind King Hiss with his sword. I have the power, He-Man, He-Man. So yeah, and then you guys can't see, but actually you can see the weather vane right above my well, wait a minute, right above my fingertip here. There is a weather vane sticking out, and you see two legs here. Though that is the Hot Toys, and I've been wanting that. I've been wanting that Hot Toys DX07 loop for a very long time. You know, and I was like, you know, when I was getting back into the Hot Toys, I was like, I got to get that, and I like that because they came with two extra everything. I mean, it was like that was like a really good DX at just around what was it, 250 or 300, I think, when it came out. I had it, and that was one of those Hot Toys that I regretted getting rid of. Like a couple of Hot Toys that I got back in my collection that I've had is definitely Darth Vader. I don't think it's the same Darth Vader, but a Darth Vader. This one is actually better, but it's not the new one from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, but just as good. That same DX07 Luke I was talking about. And I believe definitely the Man of Steel Superman, because I had one. But I think this is the Batman versus Superman version. This Michael Keaton Batman is the Batman Returns one, not the '89 Batman movie, but close enough. The Bane and Christian Bale Batman from Dark Knight Rises, or whatever the hell it is. I did have both of those. So now I got those back. Both of the Hulks. I think I had both for one of them. But either way, I know the Hulk. I don't think I had any of these specific Iron Men. I did have some Iron Man, but I don't think I had any of these. If I did, it probably was the Iron Man 3 War Machine. I could be wrong. Oh, and of course the Bruce Lee that comes in an interview chair and with the brown suit. He's basically the Be Water My Friend interview version of him. That's another one. And I think that's it for Hot Toys, because all these other ones they're Hot Toys, but not the ones I had before. So yeah, and of course the RoboCop. I did have RoboCop. I don't think I had the diecast, but I did have, I think, one or two different versions of RoboCop. I even had the Ed 209, and so yeah, I really need to finish off my Star Wars collection. I need to finish off my Transformer collection, my G.I. Joe, but I'm not in a rush to do so, because I think if I complete it, I'm gonna go into something else. So it would actually help me. It'll help me in the long run, be able to just keep it going good enough to where I can just get, and sooner or later I wind up getting stuff cheaper. Because being out here in New Jersey, I have to tell you, if I was still living in New York, not only would I not have this stuff, most likely, but this stuff would cost me 2 to almost 3 times as much. Because most of my stuff I got from Eddie, and then just other people, just other random people at toy shows, and just willing and dealing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Mask, I think the only vehicle I got of 2023 was that pickup truck. Mask is like very scarce. Before I was collecting them, I used to see all of them all the time. Now it's very, 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 very hard. And thanks to Lev, I kept a lot. I kept some of the Japanese Chikogan type robots. Um, and I'm getting closer to completing GI Joe stuff. I'm just not really in a rush to complete it unless I get a great deal. Because when we were at the toy show, I really wanted to get one of those gold helmeted Steel Brigades. Had the money, but didn't want to spend it on that. You know what I mean? And a couple people had those there. So, there's a couple of Steel Brigades and that I gotta get, but I would prefer to spend money on the basic shit that I can help finish off my collection and then worry about those pieces, because those pieces are always going to be able to find. They're going to be pricey, but you can always find those higher end pieces, oneers, as I like to call it, or one piece items, than it is to find multiple other pieces that I need. All right, you guys and girls out there. Thanks for watching me babble. Peace out.